I'm joining the Secretary General of National Federation for Zimbabwe Bodybuilders and Fitness, Mr. Shangai. Quite a very sad day in Zimbabwe, losing Sensei Mugo.
Yeah, very sad indeed. We've lost an athlete, we've lost a coach, we've lost an inspiration in the fitness industry. So it's a big loss to the fitness industry.
But the journey that you have traveled as a federation with Sensei Mugo, how has it been like? How would you describe it?
Yeah, Sensei Mugo, to begin with, is an elder. We came into the industry as young guys when he was already in the industry. You talk of the generation of Sumaila Hussein Maman, the generation of Walter Munyikwa, the generation of Sugar. That's the generation that Sensei Mugo belongs to. As early as the 2001, Sensei Mugo was already a top athlete. What we respect about Sensei Mugo is that he was able not only to compete, but also to inspire others to compete while he was competing. We grew up to become administrators, and he was still competing. Sensei Mugo, he competed until 2016, if I'm not mistaken, and is one of the few athletes who managed to do open bodybuilding, men's fitness, and men's physique, bringing a very competitive physique in the process. So he's one guy who you cannot ignore in as far as the literature of Zimbabwe bodybuilding is concerned.
I've seen Sensei Mugo come in some of the content that you have had as NFZBBF, to come as a guest poser who did come in there to just inspire, even as much as on the novice competition, as well as the Malume Classic. And what is that? What did that mean to you to have him, a man of such a stature, to come in there and inspire young people?
Yeah, obviously he was strengthening the story that bodybuilding and fitness is for everyone. The story that bodybuilding and fitness is something that you can do for a long time. The story that even if you are not competing, you can still be part of the industry. That is what Sensei Mugo was doing, strengthening the story. And we really appreciate that.
Now, there are a lot of misconceptions out there. I don't know if Mamonya and Famba Vachiradza, Umonya, Usimba and everything. But talking of his character, talking of the kind of man he was, how would you describe him?
No, he was full of life. He was full of energy. You know, he was also a karateka. A sensei, fourth dan black belt, but you never see him trying to exhibit that ability like in the spirit of trying to make life very uncomfortable for those around him. He was also a coach. For those who may know, the current Mr. Zimbabwe was under his tutelage together with his brother Lawson. So that's how influential Sensei Mugo was to the industry. He made people understand that this industry is just like any other industry where people can actually develop their physiques, exhibit what they're good at, showcase their skill sets in endeavor to live a life out of the fitness industry. Hence, you see the numbers that are here, you see how the social media is responding to his death. He is one person who, like I said earlier on, helped us to tell the story of the fitness industry.
Very lastly, SG, what would be your message to the industry, to the bodybuilding and fitness industry, in view of the departure of Sensei Mugo?
I think firstly, I just want people to understand that if you live a good life, if you inspire people, you will not die, but you will rest, and people will recognize you and people will remember you as an icon. Secondly, if you look at Sensei Mugo, until his death, he was still training, he was still inspiring people, he was still looking good. I remember I had an argument. Certain people were talking about his age and others were saying he was in his 30s, and I simply laughed. Why? Because this is the industry that can make one look young forever. And for that, I think Sensei Mugo has told us two stories. Number one, if you live a good life, if you inspire people, people will remember you even in your death. And secondly, fitness industry is important for one to have to live a healthy life.
I've been chatting to Shangai, who is the Secretary General for National Federation for Zimbabwe Bodybuilding and Fitness.